just as I was about to start doing this intro, my cousin drove by with a giant tractor, and he is currently down on the field just below my house, spreading cow dirt. And by cow dirt, I mean poo. And it's smelly. It's very smelly. So there's that. But let's just ignore whatever sounds we hear in the background and listen to me. Because I want to build a house. My mom was over at my house today, and she wanted to watch me build something. And I was up for that. I mean, I like building. So the only problem was that I had no idea what to build. Like, no clue. No inspiration, just... So I rattled around in my brain for a little bit. And I came up with an idea. I wanted to do something with a pool. Now, I'm not the first person to do something with a pool in a house, you know. It's not a very revolutionary idea. But I think it turned out kind of cool. It's very modern. It's kind of fancy. My mom was very impressed. But my mom doesn't really know that much about Sims. So when I did something that's like, it's pretty common now. I'm not going to spoil what I did. But I like put a room in a pool. I spoiled it. But my mom was amazed. She was like, whoa! But you know, it's a fun reaction to get. So I just thought I'd share. My mom was amazed. So yeah, let's just watch me build the house that I've now spoiled. And hello, I'm back. I finished the editing, and then I needed a little bit of a break, so I went Googling. I googled Harry Potter news because I just feel like I'm always out of the loop on everything, and I just want to see what was happening. You know, it's just to check out. You know, maybe there's something new that I wanted to see, like a Netflix adaptation or another like TV show adaptation where they're not going to cut out 90% of the story and add lots of stupid things like burning down the Weasley house. I mean, a girl's gotta hope. But what I did find was not a TV show, but it was a new set of illustrated editions of the Harry Potter series. And now you might be thinking that that was years ago and I'm way late to everything again, but no. It's not Jim Kay's illustrated editions. These are Mina Lima. If you're not familiar with Mina Lima, I'm not the right person to get you up to date, so please Google. But the thing is, I like Mina Lima. I like their illustrations. They're pretty. And I don't particularly like Jim Kay's illustrations. I'm thinking of making a video on Jim Kay's illustrated editions of Harry Potter. So far, I mean, I have 1 through to 4 of them. I've been given them by my brother for Christmas and birthdays, and I'm really happy that I got them because I really wanted them because they're cool. But now that Mina Lima illustrations are coming out, I'm kind of I'm upset because why are they releasing doubles? Because this is within a couple of years. And how many versions of the Harry Potter books can they possibly release? I just gotta ask, because there's so many. For instance, the house color theme books. I mean, you can get this Harry Potter set in red for Gryffindor, or blue for Ravenclaw, or yellow for Hufflepuff and green for Slytherin. And then there's another one where it's like scarf colored, or they're just very, very many different versions of the Harry Potter books, and it just smells of cash grabbing. It just does. It's just for cash. I mean, the Harry Potter franchise, while great, sorry, that was my phone. While great, is also very focused on making us buy a lot of things. And while I understand that people liked buying a lot of things, and I used to be one of them. I used to collect a lot of Harry Potter things. I don't anymore because I can't afford it. It doesn't make sense for me to have a lot of stuff when I don't really have enough money for, normal things. So yeah, I'm just upset because I now have a set of illustrated editions that I'm not really I don't really like. I mean, I like them, but I also don't like them. And I'm thinking of making a whole video where I like go into why I don't like them and what's wrong with each illustration and that sort of thing. A kind of a slander video, but I don't want to be mean, but then again, I'm realistic. There are mistakes and I'm gonna point them out. That sort of thing. So now I have a set of illustrations that aren't that good. And I can't afford to buy, I can't justify buying another set of illustrations that I would like more. And I can't really sell them either because they were a gift, so kind of stuck with the ones I have, and that's alright. If those were the only ones, I'd still be happy with them, like I was happy with them 10 minutes ago before I realized that there was an alternative. But now that there is an alternative, I'm a little bit, which... I don't know, does that make me ungrateful, unappreciative of what I have? Maybe. But it also makes me... I don't know where I was going with that sentence. But I'm just really disappointed in the Jim Kay ones, and I'm really disappointed in the Harry Potter franchise for kicking out some more illustrated editions right after the other ones. Couldn't you not? They're doing it for people like me who want both, or like who want the better ones now that they're available. And if I had the cash, I would buy them, and that would be what their object is, to make me buy. But can't you just be nice? Can't you just... But there are probably a lot of people out there who love Jim Kay's illustrations. I have seen people who do love them, and that's fine. I mean, that's great for you. Good. But I'm just a little bit of a detail-oriented kind of person. I feel like I'm coming off as a bit of a whiny little baby in this episode. I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a whiny little baby. She says in the most whiny little baby voice. When there is stuff written in the text that indicate, for instance, a color, and Jim Kay illustrates it in a completely different color. For instance, a hair color that should be blonde. It's dark. Those are not details that a Harry Potter fan or just even a person would miss. When you read it and then you look at it and it's not right. And also there are other things, but he's not alone in making those mistakes. But again, the sins of the father, if you're not familiar with that, that's when a person who's previously has been doing it wrong, and then you do it wrong because you're copying that person and not the source material. What I'm talking about is robes. Robes in Harry Potter in the books are like night dresses. I mean, they are essentially like dresses. They're full covering, and you don't wear trousers underneath them. They're not cloaks. In the movies, they're cloaks, and in his illustrations, they're cloaks. But in the books, they're not cloaks. They're more like a dress. I mean, to give you an example of me being right, which is my favorite kind of example, in Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire, on a Quidditch, before the Quidditch World Cup, when they're going about the campsite looking for the water, they see one wizard in a nightdress That's Archie. He's an old man. And one wizard in pinstriped trousers. No, wait. He's holding a pair of pinstriped trousers. I'm not sure it says what he's dressed as, but he's a ministry official holding pinstriped trousers out to Archie, begging him to put them on. While Archie says, "I like a healthy breeze around my privates, thanks." Which is to say he likes free flowing air around his gentleman's area. Does that indicate that he normally wears trousers, do you think? No. No, he does not. It indicates that he normally wears a dress-like sort of situation where there's not trouser-like encompassing material. That sentence does not make sense, but it does mean that robes are like dresses in the wizarding world. And also, if people dressed in normal Muggle clothes, trousers, and sweaters with a cloak over them, would they then be unable to figure out simple things like trousers and sweaters when they have to go to a Muggle-like situation like the World Cup? I mean, you have to dress like a Muggle at the World Cup to not arouse suspicion. So Mr. Weasley dresses in overlarge jeans with a thick leather belt and a golfing jacket, I am pretty sure. And there's also a ministry official walking around the campsite in a kilt and a poncho. Now, would you wear a kilt and a poncho if you already knew about trousers and sweaters? No, you would not. So, I'm sorry, but I'm right. And the films are wrong, and Jim Kay is wrong. Now, the films are already wrong, and I get that they thought that robes would look silly and all, but Jim Kay is really going for that silly, witchy, wizardy style. He's very into that. He's very, very heavily into that. So why could you not put them in proper robes? Is it so hard? I mean, you can make them fancy. And another example that I just thought of wizards wearing robes is in the very first chapter when Mr. Dursley is driving to work and he sees people congregating outside in the daylight wearing wizard's robes. Actually, now that I think about it, that might be described as cloaks. But it is by way Muggle, so... Oh, well. The build is finished, so I guess we'll deal with that sometime later. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you later, and bye! Please drop a like if you did like the video. It really helps a lot, and if you want to see more, please subscribe. Thank you.